What if the very foods you've been avoiding are actually the ones your body needs most, especially after 60? It might sound surprising, but many of the answers to feeling better, thinking sharper, and staying active lie in simple, real foods that contain no added sugar and almost no carbs. These aren't just trendy diet items. They're nutrient-rich powerhouses that support your heart, muscles, brain, and even help stabilize your blood sugar naturally. Stick around, because number 3 on this list has quietly helped seniors avoid blood pressure medications, yet hardly anyone is talking about it. After turning 60, many people notice subtle but frustrating changes. Foods that once gave you energy now seem to leave you tired or bloated. Maybe your blood sugar creeps up, your legs feel heavy, or your mind doesn't feel as sharp. Yet, many older adults are still eating the same things they always have, without realizing that some of those foods are secretly increasing inflammation and spiking blood sugar. That's why more and more people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are turning to low-carb, no-sugar foods, not to follow a strict diet, but for survival, to stay mobile, to stay mentally clear, and most importantly, to stay out of the hospital. In this video, we'll explore 8 powerful foods that are almost completely free of carbs and sugar, but absolutely loaded with the nutrients your aging body craves. And we're not just listing foods here. I'll explain how each one helps protect your energy, boost circulation, and support the independence you've worked so hard to maintain. Let's begin with one of the most humble and underrated foods of all: leafy greens. Yes, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. You've heard of them. But do you really know how powerful they are? Let's start with spinach. One of the simplest and most effective changes you can make to your meals is adding more leafy greens. These aren't just salad toppings, they're some of the most powerful foods on the planet. 1 cup of raw spinach contains just 1 gram of carbs, mostly from fiber, and almost 0 sugar. Yet it's packed with vitamin A for a strong immune system, vitamin C for repairing cells, and vitamin K for stronger bones. These nutrients work together to help your body recover faster, protect your arteries, and even slow down aging at the cellular level. But don't just take my word for it. Take Margaret, age 68. She used to feel bloated and tired all the time. She figured it was just part of getting older. But after her doctor recommended cutting processed carbs and adding more leafy greens, Margaret made one simple change. She swapped her usual ham sandwich for a fresh spinach salad with olive oil and a boiled egg, and the results spoke for themselves. Within just 2 weeks, she felt different, lighter on her feet and clearer in her thinking. Even her joint pain had eased. When we asked what changed, she simply said, "I didn't change much, just what I put on the plate." And that's the point. This journey isn't about strict rules or restriction. It's about smart replacement. Want a place to start? Try making lunch or dinner with a base of raw spinach or lightly sautéed kale in olive oil for 5 minutes. That one simple shift can help keep your blood sugar steady and your energy levels balanced all day long. Now, leafy greens are amazing, but what if I told you there's a crunchy vegetable that actually helps your body flush out extra sugar before it causes problems? Let's talk about that next. Say hello to 2 non-starchy vegetables that may not look fancy but can work wonders after every meal: broccoli and cauliflower. They're not flashy. You won't see them labeled superfoods on the shelf. But the real magic happens once they're inside your body. These veggies are non-starchy, which means they're naturally low in carbs and contain no sugar at all. But here's where they really shine. They're full of fiber. The kind of fiber that slows digestion and keeps blood sugar from spiking. That's why they're especially helpful after 60. As we get older, our bodies become less sensitive to insulin, and it's harder to manage blood sugar. But broccoli and cauliflower slow the sugar release, helping your body process it more gently. They also keep you feeling full without triggering a rise in glucose. Take Harold, for example. He's 72 and used to dread mornings. Aching joints, no energy, just dragging through the day. Then his wife began roasting broccoli and cauliflower with olive oil and sea salt 3 times a week. Within a month, Harold noticed something odd. He was getting out of bed faster. His knees didn't hurt as much. Even his blood pressure dropped a few points at his next doctor visit. And the best part? He didn't feel like he was dieting. He was just eating real food. So if you haven't already, start with just 1 cup of roasted or steamed broccoli or cauliflower each day. Toss in a little garlic, lemon, or olive oil for flavor. Keep it simple, but stay consistent. Here's a quick question for you. Have you added any of these vegetables to your meals lately? Drop it in the comments. Your tip might help someone else make a healthy change. Now, vegetables are great, but what if there was a rich, satisfying food that had 0 carbs and could actually protect your brain and your heart? Let's move from the garden to the sea. Because when it comes to your long-term health, fatty fish might be one of your body's best allies. Fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines all share something important: no carbs and a high dose of omega-3 fatty acids. These omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients. They help calm the chronic inflammation that builds up in your body over time, the kind that damages blood vessels, stiffens joints, and can even speed up memory loss. And this isn't just theory. A major Harvard study found that older adults with more omega-3s in their diet had sharper thinking, healthier hearts, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. I've seen it happen firsthand too. Helen, 73, told me she started eating salmon twice a week after feeling more forgetful than usual. Nothing complicated, just a fillet baked with lemon and fresh dill. Within just 2 months, she noticed a real difference. Her mind felt clearer, those senior moments started to fade, and even her mood seemed more balanced. Was it magic? No, it was simply good nutrition working with her body instead of against it. If you haven't already, it's time to make fatty fish a regular guest on your plate. Even a can of wild salmon can work wonders. Just drizzle it with a little olive oil and a splash of lemon juice. Simple, fast, and powerful. Now that dinner's taken care of, let's not forget breakfast, the most misunderstood meal of the day. There's one food in your fridge that's been wrongly criticized for decades, but for anyone over 60 following a low-carb lifestyle, it's almost perfect. Let's talk about it. Eggs. Eggs have lived under a cloud of confusion for years. Many people skipped them because of cholesterol, fears, and reached for cereal instead. But here's the truth. If you're trying to manage blood sugar, stay mentally sharp, and protect your vision, eggs are one of the best foods you can eat. A single large egg has less than 1 gram of carbs, 0 sugar, and is packed with high-quality protein. Plus, eggs contain choline and lutein, 2 essential nutrients for your brain and eyes. Choline helps your brain cells stay active and supports memory, while lutein protects your eyes from age-related vision loss, including macular degeneration. Just ask Claire, a 63-year-old who used to skip breakfast or grab a piece of toast on the go. By 10 a.m., she'd feel her energy crash, foggy thoughts, shaky hands, and constant hunger. She assumed it was just low blood sugar, but her doctor had a better idea. He suggested a simple breakfast: 2 boiled eggs and half an avocado. No sugar, no crash. Just steady energy and clearer thinking by mid-morning. And best of all, it costs less than a muffin from the local coffee shop. Whether you prefer your eggs scrambled, poached, or boiled, they're affordable, easy to digest, and incredibly nourishing for older adults, especially when paired with healthy fats or a handful of greens. Quick question: how do you like your eggs, or have you been avoiding them? Let us know in the comments. Your tip could help someone else watching this. Now, eggs are great for meals, but what about snacks? That's where many people over 60 hit a wall. You start your day strong, but by 3 p.m. you feel foggy, drained, maybe even shaky. So, you reach for a cookie, some crackers, or a granola bar. The problem? Those snacks are often filled with hidden sugars and refined carbs. They give you a quick energy spike and then send you crashing again. That's why nuts and seeds can be a total game changer. Think almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, all naturally low in sugar and carbs, but rich in protein, healthy fats, and magnesium. They give you steady energy without the ups and downs. Just a small handful can keep you going without throwing your blood sugar off track. Let me tell you about Tony. He's 70, retired, and used to reach for 2 oatmeal cookies every afternoon, thinking the sugar would help him power through the day. But instead of getting more energy, he would crash by dinner, feeling drained and sluggish. Then he made a small change. He swapped the cookies for a small handful of almonds and a cup of chia pudding. The result? No crash, no sugar cravings, and even fewer leg cramps at night, thanks to the extra magnesium from the almonds and chia seeds. But that's not all. Nuts and seeds also help support strong bones, boost nerve function, and reduce chronic inflammation. The kind you don't always feel, but that often causes fatigue in older adults. Want a tip? Keep a small bag of unsalted almonds in your purse or car for easy snacking, or soak chia seeds in almond milk overnight to make a simple, blood sugar-friendly dessert. Have you tried swapping your snack yet? Share your go-to in the comments. You might inspire someone else watching. Now let's talk about something a little creamier. It's high in fat, yes, but it might be one of the smartest foods for older adults trying to balance their blood sugar. It may even surprise you. We're talking about avocados. For years, avocados have been misunderstood. Many seniors still avoid them, believing that fat is bad. But that idea is outdated, and it could be holding you back from better health. Avocados are full of monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy kind that help improve insulin sensitivity and regulate blood sugar. What most people don't know is that avocados have almost no sugar, and thanks to their high fiber, they're extremely low in net carbs. That means they digest slowly, keep you full longer, and won't spike your blood sugar. Let me introduce you to Joanne, 66. She avoided avocados most of her life, thinking they were too fattening. But her nutritionist explained the science and encouraged her to try adding just half an avocado to her lunch salad. Within a few weeks, she felt fuller for longer. Her snacking dropped, and during her next checkup, her LDL cholesterol went down, and her HDL, the good kind, went up. No pills, no crash diet, just the right kind of fat. You can enjoy avocados in many ways, sliced on eggs or salads, mashed with lime and garlic, or even spread onto grilled veggies. It's a creamy, satisfying food that supports your brain, your heart, and your blood sugar. Have you been skipping healthy fats out of habit? Let us know in the comments. Your story might help someone else. Now, speaking of heart-healthy fats, let's talk about one that you don't chew, but that works quietly behind the scenes to support your body in powerful ways. Just 1 tablespoon a day can help protect your arteries. Let's take a closer look. Next up, olive oil. This one's so simple, most people overlook it. But olive oil isn't just a kitchen staple, it's a food that heals. It contains no sugar, no carbs, and is loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants. One of these, called oleocanthal, actually works like nature's ibuprofen, fighting inflammation and protecting your heart and brain as you age. And the science backs it up. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology shows that regular olive oil consumption is linked to a lower risk of stroke and slower cognitive decline, especially in older adults. In countries around the Mediterranean, olive oil is part of daily life. You'll often see people in their 80s and 90s walking to the market, gardening, laughing with family, and many of them say olive oil plays a big role in their long, healthy lives. It's not flashy, but it works. Just ask Eleanor, 71. She swapped out butter and margarine for extra virgin olive oil. She drizzled it over her steamed broccoli, used it in salads, and even added a teaspoon to her scrambled eggs. A few weeks later, she said she felt lighter, less bloated, and more comfortable in her body. Her doctor even noticed a small drop in her blood pressure. These are small changes, but they can lead to real results. Have you made the switch to olive oil yet? Share how you use it in the comments. Your tip might be just the encouragement someone else needs. Now, we've already covered a lot. Greens, fish, eggs, even heart-healthy fats. But our final food? It's controversial. Some say it's bad for you, but for older adults, it might be one of the smartest things to keep in your kitchen. Let's clear up the confusion. Let's talk about cheese. Cheese has been debated for years. Some call it too salty, too fatty, or just plain unhealthy. But here's the truth. Especially for seniors, cutting back on carbs and sugar, cheese can actually be a nutritional powerhouse. Most cheeses have virtually no sugar, very few carbs, and are high in protein and calcium. That calcium is crucial for keeping bones strong and reducing the risk of fractures as we age. And the fat, it helps you feel full, which means you're less likely to reach for processed snacks later. Let me introduce you to Helen, age 74. She used to grab crackers or cookies when she got hungry, but over time, her weight crept up and her blood sugar became harder to manage. Then she made a simple switch. She replaced her afternoon snack with a few slices of cheddar cheese and cucumber. That's it. Within a few weeks, her cravings were down, and she didn't feel deprived. At her next appointment, her doctor said her weight had stabilized, and she hadn't made any major changes otherwise. No pills, no guilt, just smarter snacking. Want to give it a try? Start with hard cheeses like Parmesan, aged cheddar, or Swiss. Stick with 1 to 2 ounces and pair them with sliced veggies, olives, or even a boiled egg. And if you're lactose sensitive, aged cheeses are usually easier to digest. Have you made this snack swap before? Drop a comment. Your experience could help someone else watching. Now, we've walked through 8 powerful, nutrient-dense foods. But here's the catch. One common mistake might still be holding you back, even if you're eating all the right things. What is it? We'll reveal that in our next video, so be sure not to miss it. These 8 foods may be low in carbs and sugar, but they're loaded with nutrients your body needs to stay strong, energized, and independent. Whether you're trying to avoid blood sugar spikes, reduce inflammation, or just feel better overall, these small, realistic changes can make a huge impact. Even just swapping one processed food for a healthier option can help. And remember, always check with your doctor before making big changes, especially if you're managing a condition like diabetes. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more simple, senior-friendly nutrition tips. And don't miss the next one. It could uncover the one food mistake that's quietly undoing all your hard work. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.